Sizergh Castle and Gardens is a beautiful example of a medieval house located in the English county of Cumbria. It was built by the Strickland family on a 1,600 acre estate in 1350 and features essential collectables, rare oak furniture and magnificent inlaid chambers. This Grade 1 listed building is the home of the Hornyold-Strickland family and is currently under the care of the National Trust. The Deincourt family owned Sizergh Castle land in the 1170s. However, in 1239, Elizabeth Deincourt was married to Sir William de Strickland, and the land was given as a gift to the Strickland family, who went on to own it until it was gifted to the National Trust in 1950. In 1336, a grant from Edward III allowed Sir Walter Strickland to enclose the land around Sizergh, thus creating his exclusive park. The earliest part of the castle was a single-storey hall range used as the east side entrance. In 1343, the 4-storey solar tower was added to the castle's south side. The solar would have had window openings to catch as much sun as possible, and although it would have been defensible, it was not primarily built for warfare. Later, a smaller service range was built on the north side, and the adjoining land was transformed into the celebrated Sizergh Castle Gardens. In 1471, the Strickland family supported the Yorkist cause during the War of the Roses and Battle of Tewkesbury, after which Sir Thomas Strickland was knighted. The family survived the defeat of Henry Tudor, and despite Walter Strickland becoming involved in the Pilgrimage of Grace, the major northern rebellion against the current king, they went on to prosper in the service of Henry VIII. Catherine Parr, the sixth wife of Henry VIII and a relative of the Stricklands, is thought to have lived at Sizergh after her first husband died in 1533. Catherine's second husband, Lord Latimer, was kin to the Dowager Lady Strickland. The Sizergh estate was substantially changed in the 15th century and the castle was part of it. An attic was added to the hall range, the service range was converted into a 3-storey tower, the north and south ranges were added and the entrance relocated to the west side of the castle. The south range of the castle was utilised to accommodate a long gallery to display artwork. During the Civil War, the Strickland family supported the Royalists. It helped the family to retain their estates, but at the cost of paying substantial fines. Between 1670 and 1770, they built a better connection with the estate, which helped them stabilise their income and enabled the modest upgrade of the Sizergh Castle. Later, some legal conflicts occurred between the owners and the state, but Strickland held the ownership. Sir Thomas was Keeper of the Privy Purse to Charles II and a member of the Privy Council of James II, and following the downfall of James during the Glorious Revolution in 1688, he and his family followed him into exile. Around 1770, the Great Hall was again expanded, this time in the Georgian style. Sizergh's last major changes came about during the turn of the 19th century, when Sir Gerald Strickland, later to become Lord Strickland of Sizergh, owned the property. This included rebuilding the exterior stair entrance with an entrance and interior staircase, as well as general modernisations. There are oak panelled interiors, including the inlaid chamber where the panelling is inlaid with floral and geometric patterns. contents of the inlaid chamber were sold to the Victoria and Albert Museum in the 1890s. It was later to return on loan in 1999, but later in 2017 it was reported that the transfer was made permanent, with ownership passing on to the National Trust. The gardens are registered Grade 2 and includes a lake, a kitchen garden and a rock garden, the latter being constructed in the 1920s and is the largest limestone rock garden belonging to the National Trust. The characteristics of the Sizergh Castle Gardens are mixed and Victorian. If you're looking for a perfect place to relax, these gardens bloom every season. Although the family still has on paper ownership, the Sizergh Castle and Gardens are cared for and maintained by the National Trust. Whether you're after a peaceful time strolling through a wheel-friendly garden or interested in Sizergh's rich history and a house filled with treasures, there's something for everyone at Sizergh.